Hi, thanks for watching my channel. Just wanted to do a quick sort of lesson video. Someone had asked me to do it. I wasn't really planning on doing that until I was asked. So I'm going to address a couple of things. One is the stinger technique. Some people call it that, or some people call it vibrato. And then the other thing I want to teach you is how to deal with sound check when the sound man asks you to play something on every string, which very few bass players are accustomed to doing. So the stinger technique works like this. And you'll notice it immediately. You've heard it before. And all you're doing, real simple, is but really fast. But the key is to make sure that you're not too involved with the string. Get your finger loose. And you're just doing really lightly, really loose. You'll hear that all over the place on Shining Star by Earth, Wind & Fire. And you hear it on all kinds of bass playing. So that's the stinger technique. The sound check thing, where they ask you to play on every string, this is what I came up with. I kind of got it from, it was inspired by something that Louis Johnson was showing on his instructional video, which was this. Etc., etc. I did an open E, where I was just doing this. Sorry, I started to go somewhere else with this. But you can actually incorporate other things into it. So that's kind of the idea, and all you're doing is this. And that's all you're doing, just really fast. And you are kind of hitting the A a little bit, not so much, but a little bit enough to satisfy the sound man's requirement. And lastly, I wanted to kind of address this bass real quick, what I'm playing here. This is a Sadowsky NYC Satin, beautiful instrument, made in New York City. You can see it on the headstock. I called up in 2018, early 2018, and ordered it, and 5 months later I had my bass handmade in Queens under the watchful eye of Roger Sadowsky himself. $3,100. Now that may seem like a lot of money to some people, and especially nowadays with everything going on, it is. However, you know, assuming things become normal again fairly quickly, a lot of people out there will have budget for an $1,800 Music Man or Lackland, or a $2,200 Fender Elite. And I think those Music Man or Lacklands are kind of not very good basses, my opinion. Very subjective, I know, but they're made in Indonesia. They should be a lot cheaper, but they have that name, and that's what you're buying. The Fender Elites are pretty good basses. They're not great, in my opinion, but they're pretty good. But this is a great bass, and it's super light. It's chambered, which means they hollow out in here, I think, and I think over here and in here, to give it more resonance and also to make it light. I mean, this thing is just feather light, and that's important. And so for an extra $900, if you have the budget in the future for $2,200 for a Fender Elite, and a lot of people do, I think you're crazy not to spend the extra $900 and get something that's handmade for you, that's just a much better, far superior instrument, and it will hold its value because people just don't sell Sadowskis. If you go looking for a used Sadowski out there, you'll find the ones that are made in Japan, the Metroline, I think they call it. But as far as the NYC ones go, you very rarely see them on reverb or anything like that. And there's a reason for that, because people hold on to them because they're great instruments and they don't want to get rid of them. So just a thought, don't be penny wise and pound foolish. This bass will make you happy, trust me. Thanks for listening.